Hey everybody, it's Anna. I hope you're all doing well today. Happy Palm Sunday. We miss all of you. We're praying for you. We hope that you're doing well. But we do miss gathering together with you. And my kids also miss seeing everybody and spending time with Miss D and seeing all of their friends at church every week. So I thought I would do a story time for the kids and grown-ups too, if you guys want to watch as well. That would encourage you, but also give you something to do with your kids and watch with your kids. I know it's hard with parents who are at home with kids and they're trying to work or they're just trying to occupy time, but we can't really go anywhere right now. And I recently got this book for my kids. I thought it was wonderful. I thought it would be a great story time book for our kids. So I reached out to the company and asked if I could make a video for our church YouTube channel, and they gave full permission as long as we just include some information about the book and about their company. It's The Good Book Company, and you can find them at thegoodbook.com. You can also get books, their books on Amazon. But The Good Book Company is actually having a sale right now while the pandemic is going on. So if you're looking for things to do with your kids, especially God-centered things, it's a really great company. This series is The Tales That Tell the Truth, and this and a lot of the other books in that series actually also have companion activity and coloring books that you can buy off the website. But this is called The 1 O'Clock Miracle, a true story about trusting the words of Jesus, and it's written by Alison Mitchell and illustrated by Catalina Echeverry, and I just thought it was really encouraging and hopefully will inspire some conversations and excitement about Jesus as we lead up to Easter, and just give you something new and fun to do with your kids as we're at home staying safe. The 1 O'Clock Miracle, a true story about trusting the words of Jesus, written by Alison Mitchell and illustrated by Catalina Echeverry. Long, long ago, there lived an important man who worked for the king. He was sad and so worried. His son was very ill, so ill he was going to die, and no one could help him. But then he heard that a man named Jesus was doing the most amazing, wonderful things. He heard that Jesus was making ill people well again. He heard that Jesus was doing things only God can do. So the man decided to ask Jesus for help. The man and his son lived in Capernaum by the sea, but Jesus was staying in Cana more than 20 miles away. It was a very long walk and uphill all the way. But the man had decided that he must see Jesus. So he said goodbye to his son and his family, and he set off to see Jesus. Up the hill he walked and sometimes ran because he wanted so badly to see Jesus. The sun went down, the night was dark, and the stars were bright. But the man didn't stop. Huffing and puffing, he walked and sometimes ran, hurrying to see Jesus. The sun came up, the morning arrived, but there was still a long, long way to go. Puffing and panting, the man walked and sometimes ran because he needed to see Jesus. At last, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the man reached Cana, the town where Jesus was. He had walked and sometimes run, and now, at last, he could see Jesus. "Please, sir," he said, "my son is dying. Please come with me. Please make him better." The man knew that if Jesus came with him and touched his son, the boy would be well again. But Jesus said, "Go." "What? Go home without Jesus? After all that walking and even running to get Jesus to come?" But Jesus hadn't finished. "Go," Jesus said, and then he added, "Your son will live." The man believed him. Jesus wasn't going to come to the man's home. He wasn't going to touch the boy to make him well. But the man still trusted that what Jesus said was true. Down the hill he walked and sometimes ran because he believed Jesus. The sun went down, the night was dark, and the moon shone brightly. The man felt so tired. But on he walked and sometimes ran because he trusted Jesus. And he's thinking the words of Jesus, "Your son will live." The sun came up. A new morning arrived, and still he walked, though his back ached and his legs were very tired. on he walked and sometimes ran because he was sure Jesus would make his son well. And there he's thinking the words of Jesus, "Your son will live." Then, far away in the distance, he saw some men. They came closer and closer. They were his own servants. They must have news, he thought, but what would it be? "Sir," they said, "it's your son. He is alive. He is well again." The man was bursting for joy. "When?" the man asked. "When did he get better?" "Yesterday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon." "1 o'clock? 1 o'clock?" the men replied. Then the man remembered. It was 1 o'clock when he saw Jesus. It was 1 o'clock when Jesus said his son would live. And it was 1 o'clock when his son got better. Jesus didn't need to go and see the boy. He didn't need to walk and walk. He didn't have to run. Jesus simply spoke. And just like that, the boy was better. Wow! Only Jesus could do that. And do you know why? Because Jesus is God's son. Happy and smiling, the man walked home, and sometimes he ran to see his son again. Then he told his son and his family about Jesus and how Jesus could do things only God can do. And they all believed in Jesus, God's son too. And now that the man's son was well, what could he do? He could smile and he could laugh. He could walk and he could run, and all because of Jesus. Tales that tell the truth. How do we know about the 1 o'clock miracle? The account of Jesus healing the royal official's son was written down for us by John, one of Jesus' friends, in the New Testament part of the Bible. You will find it in John 4, verses 46 through 54. It's one of 7 miracles that John writes about. At the end of his book, John tells us that the miracles are like signposts pointing to Jesus. They show us who Jesus is, that he is the Son of God and God's promised rescuer king, the Christ. You can read this in John 20, verses 30 through 31. The end. So again, that was the 1 o'clock miracle, and it's published by the Good Book Company, and I'm posting links below to their website and to Amazon where you can find this book and others in the series. But I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for joining in with me, and I hope you guys have a great day. Love you. Bye.